Right, Leon Jennings here from Asian Persuasion MMA. I'm here with the Dominance MMA CEO, Ali Abdelaziz. Dominance MMA, #1 MMA agency in the US. Ali, how are you?
I'm doing great, man. Pleasure to have you on. Asian Persuasion, right?
Asian Persuasion MMA, yeah.
That's awesome, man. Awesome. What do you got for me, my friend?
Well, obviously the big news last week was your partnership with One Championship. So please tell us more about the partnership.
Man, I know Chatri for over 10 years. He's a Renzo Gracie student. I'm a Renzo Gracie student. We have a common master, and I see, I've been watching One FC throughout the years, has grown, becoming one of the biggest permanent sports brand in Asia. And it was very impressive how they have such a great fighters like Eddie Alvarez, like Ang, like Demetria Johnson, Brandon Vera, so many great fighters. Cosmo Alexander, now Bushasha, he's one of my guys. And they really, they're growing so fast. And I don't think people, they understand how huge the rating they get. And I was ignorant too. And I have to educate myself. These billions of people watch One FC, right? Worldwide, you get people more watching you than any other brand in any sports. And I think this is, of course, I like Shatri a lot. I like Matt Hume, he's a legend. A lot of respect for Matt. I don't know the other people in One FC team, but I'm really looking forward to meet with them. They have great PR team, connected us together. And I'm really, really delightful. I'm very grateful for this opportunity. I have 300 fighters. They need homes, right? They have great promotions, but I think One FC is one of the top 2, top 3 promotion in the world. And it's a great place for the fighter to be, especially if you're really into martial art, right? Everybody's a fighter, but I think it's fighters and martial art. And I think going to Asia, like entering the Dragon, the old Pride atmosphere, I think it's better than Pride, to be honest with you. It's a different atmosphere, and I think it's growing. And I'm gonna be so humble to be part of their growth, by whatever I can to help, to give some of the best fighters to them. But I'm looking forward to it.
Obviously, you've already signed some fighters to One just in the last few days. As you mentioned, Marcus Almeida, 4 Iranians, including Ali Barry Akabari yesterday. We're going to keep hearing these big names signing up with the promotion.
I got more coming. For sure. I got a lot of free agents, and I got guys people doesn't know about. I got Kamzat. 1 month ago, people don't know about Kamzat. Today, people know who he is, right? Zabit, nobody know about him. Nobody give him a chance. Guess what? People know about him. And I think I'm going to stay, I got 10 Khabibs, believe me. It's only one Khabib as a human and as a fighter, but I got 10 guys with his skill sets. And I want the opportunity for them to find a home. And definitely One FC now is a home for them when they be ready.
What are your big plans for Asian MMA?
Listen, like I said, I'm a gold collector. I like to collect gold. I was humbly successful in every promotions to have 2, 3 belts, 5 belts, 4 belts. And I think I can bring guys to One FC to really collect some trophies. And this is the goal. I want to give them some of the best fighters in the world. They give me their belt. We trade. It's a win-win situation, business situation, to be honest with you. It's very easy to deal with them, and I'll be honest, I have a great relationship with every promoter. It's not like I have one promoter I hate, I don't like, but you're going to see a lot of my superstar going there for sure. And even if they're not superstar, there will be superstar there.
And I see you're bringing in some of the heavier guys. Obviously, One Championship, the lower divisions are stacked, they're exciting, they're fun. They've lacked a little bit of like heavyweights, for example. I see already, just in the last week, we're starting to bolster the heavyweight division. Is that one of your goals, to help build the middleweight division, the light heavyweight division, the heavyweight division?
For sure. I got a lot of talent, man. And I just we're going one by one with Chatri and Matt Hume. They have to make business decisions, and I have to make some business decision. But it seemed like the relationship, uh, video. Um, it seemed like the relationship is amazing, man. It's honestly it's uh, it's easy. It's easy. It's at ease. It's not stressful because honestly, like the fight business is stressful. The fight business, uh, from it's like high risk, low reward. Like it's crazy, right? But with these guys, is laid back. It's really laid back, and I really really like Shatri as a person. I know him. He know me, but when I get to talk with him, he's he's actually a cool person to know. It's not only about fighting. I think he's a smart guy. He grew away from Harvard. He's come from a very humble beginning. I come from a very humble beginning, and I think this is why we understand each other, and I think this is why we're going to do a lot of big business together.
Obviously, you've got a very big roster of MMA fighters. One Championship has its one Super Series, some of the best Muay Thai kickboxers in the world. Will this be something you're branching out to more? Will we see more Muay Thai and kickboxing fighters signing with Dominance MMA?
Yeah, for sure. I would love to take some of the Muay Thai fighter there. I got some of those, and I would love to take some of my fighters down there for sure.
Did you watch One No Surrender this past weekend? Obviously, there's a lot of
I didn't watch live, but I watched some of the fight right after to kind of. I'm now getting deep into NFC. I always watch the big shows, but now I'm watching everything. I'm studying the fighters, study, just for me as a fan too, as a martial artist. It's nice. It's very very nice to watch for sure.
What are your thoughts on Rodtang and St-Pierre? I mean, they've got real superstar power, do you think?
Say that one more time, I'm sorry.
What are your thoughts on Rodtang and St-Pierre? Obviously, in this part of the world, they've got such superstar power already.
These guys, they have some animals. The animals, yeah, this is very, very high level. A very, very high level fighter. And it's crazy because I didn't know who these guys are. And I'm doing my researches. And I become a fan of these guys. And it's kind of refreshing. Like I'm being stalked in the US, right? In Russia, in Europe. But I love Asia. I fought actually in Japan. I fought in K1 Hero. And I always like Japan, travel for judo for training. And it's awesome to be part of such a huge promotion like ONE FC. And I'm ready. I hope they're ready. Asia, ready. Be ready.
Do you think we could see more trades like Demetrius Johnson and Ben Askren? Is that something you'd entertain?
What do you say?
Do you think we'll see more trades like we did between Demetrius Johnson and Ben Askren? Is that something you'd consider?
I think ONE FC won on this one. They traded Ben for Demetrius. That was unbelievable. But it can happen. It can happen, no problem. It can happen, for sure.
One of your fighters, Fabricio Verdum, he's now free agent. Do you think there's a possibility he may go to ONE Championship?
I don't know, man. You might see him in Bellator. You might see him in ONE FC. You might see him back in the UFC. I don't know. But I have some serious talk with Shatri. We have some serious talk. And we have to figure out what's the best for everybody. And for sure, you find a home.
One of the other big news last week regarding yourself was Habib coming back October 24th to fight Justin Gaethje. How is Habib now after obviously the sad loss of his father? Obviously he's back in training.
It was awesome. I represent both guys, Justin Gaethje and Habib. They are the best in the world. They are the two greatest heavyweights we've ever seen. I'm really, really excited for both of them. Habib is focused. He's ready. Justin is focused. Is ready. Is one of the biggest fight we're gonna see this year for sure. This year is the biggest fight, and I think it's gonna be awesome. I think Justin brings some interesting puzzles. Khabib brings some interesting puzzles. It's gonna be a great fight for sure.
I think you mentioned a week or two ago that Habib only wants 2 more fights.
Excuse me?
I think you said before that Habib only wants 2 more fights, Justin Gaethje, and then ideally GSP. Is that the plan?
Listen, at the end of the day, you can't disrespect Justin Gaethje and talking about GSP.
Yeah.
GSP right now is irrelevant, right? It's it doesn't matter, you know.
I was going to say, I mean, obviously Justin Gaethje ruined the Habib versus Tony saga. He could obviously ruin the potential Habib versus GSP fight.
Listen, it's a fight game. Anything can happen. One punch can change the fight. One takedown can take the fight. You know, this is why people buy the pay-per-view. They don't get it on a newspaper. They watch it because it's exciting, and I think it's great for everybody.
Obviously, Justin, he stepped in to fight Tony when Habib couldn't fight. Would Justin have fought Conor McGregor this summer if it hadn't have been for him stepping in? That seemed like the way it was going.
Conor don't want to fight Justin. Conor have the opportunity to fight Justin 3 times. He turned it down every time. Now he's outside like he's on timeout right now. Like now he's on timeout. He's forgetting discipline for his behavior throughout the years. I just put him on timeout. Dana White put him on timeout, and maybe one of these guys win, they can fight him. But it's not a guarantee for him to get the next title shot. But at the end of the day, this is not about Conor McGregor anymore. It's about the 2 best fighters in the world, Khabib versus Justin Gaethje.
I don't think anyone can argue that. What do you think Tony Ferguson should do next? Who would you like to see him fight?
Doesn't matter. I think Tony right now is irrelevant. I think he got humiliated by Justin Gaethje. If this Tony show up and fight Khabib, Khabib would have sent him to the hospital. He might make him crippled. You know, Tony's also one of these guys. He talked a lot of stuff, but I don't think he could hold a candle for Justin Gaethje or Khabib. He's not on the level. He's not on their level. They're on completely different level.
With Habib looking like he might have 1 or 2 fights left, maybe GSP, do you think Gaethje's the future of the UFC lightweight division?
Right now, is the champ is the future. He have other champ is the future. They both have belt. Everybody else, it doesn't matter. They're irrelevant.
Cool. Just wanted to quickly run by some other fighters for you. Zabit, Magomedsharipov, lost his opponent. Any news there? I think obviously Kelvin Guitar, he's offered to step in.
The UFC is working on it. I'm sure they're gonna find somebody to fight. But you know, sad. You know, 4th time to book this fight and doesn't happen. It's a little bit upsetting, and we'll go from there.
Henry Cejudo, obviously he wants Alex Volkanovski. Is there a possibility that fight might happen? And also, could Henry possibly get a championship at some point?
Listen, if Zabit wins his next fight, Zabit getting the next title shot. I don't think anybody can tell no to Zabit. You know, I think Zabit is rightfully the #1 contender. I think if he needs to fight one more fight, it's fine. He'll fight it. But at the end of the day, he should get the next title shot, 100%.
Henry Cejudo, is there any possibility he could go to 1 championship? I mean, you've got obviously Demetrius Johnson rematch there.
He's a UFC fighter. I don't know. Maybe we can
obviously still under contract.
Trade somewhere.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. Cody Garbrandt, could he challenge for the flyweight title next?
I think Cody's fighting next for the flyweight. I haven't got confirmation from the UFC. He's the front runner. He's the future of this division. The division needs a star. He's a superstar. And I'm confident he's going to go there. He's going to put the champ to sleep and take the belt home.
Another name, Anthony Johnson. He talks about coming back. Is he still planning on coming back, do you know?
He's coming back. We just try to clear him through USADA. He'll be back this year. You're going to see Untitled Rumble coming back, taking over the light heavyweight division. 2021, I think Anthony Johnson is going to be the UFC lightweight champion.
Really? Wow. Who would be a good matchup for his comeback fight, do you think?
Doesn't matter.
Cool. And I wanted to mention the PFL to you. Is anything happening there, especially regarding maybe Kayla Harrison?
A whole bunch of, I don't know. I don't know. This fight is going to sit down 18 months not fighting. They're going to have to make some decision. I've been working with these guys for a long time. I want to give them the respect they deserve. And we're going to figure it out like we always do.
How difficult has this whole coronavirus situation been on yourself? I mean, obviously it's put the spanner in works of everyone, but how much for you personally?
Nothing.
Has made a much difference?
I survived through a lot of things in my life. The coronavirus can't stop me. Shouldn't stop nobody. I respect it, but I'm not afraid of it.
Lastly, going to go back to 1 championship. You've already signed some big names in the last few days. Is there one more name you can tell us that maybe on the verge or you're in talks with one championship about signing that we should look out for?
We're coming over one championship. We're gonna take over regardless. I'm gonna bring in a whole bunch of army, and we're gonna take over, and that's what's gonna happen, you know. And I'm grateful for the opportunity, but I'm gonna bring in nothing but killers to one championship. And if anybody doubted me, people been doubting me. I brought killer, take almost all the UFC belt, take all BFL belt. I'm gonna take all Bellator belt, and I'm gonna bring a lot of killers. It will take belts. That's what I'm gonna do.
We can't wait to see that. Ali,
Yeah.
thank you very much today. Enjoy that evening sunshine there.
It's my pleasure, my friend. Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you.